Iguodala. Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the rejection.
Cleveland, this is for you.
Come here to cleanse your soul. Yeah, 4-4 and go. That other getting old. We got Sam Ryan time. This is a sports octagon. Sports for forever and beyond. Spending with Sam Ryan time. From the puck to the glove to the pigskins high. Share all of your thoughts, just let it ride. Down the baseline in the bleachers, or you gonna get denied. Yeah, share all of your thoughts, just let it ride. 4-4 and go. Come here to cleanse your soul. Yeah, it's 4-4 and go. Come here to cleanse your soul.
The Browns Super Bowl contenders.
Hey, listen, when we start talking about what wins Super Bowl, we talk about talent. The Browns, they have the talent. They have it.
All right, what's going on, everybody? It's been kind of a while since we've done anything, from the basement per se. Going live. It was a very, very busy winter season. We had a blast covering, everything from regular season basketball all the way into the postseason, getting to watch long runs in the postseason by teams like PV, getting to play a couple extra postseason games, all the slam dunks and steals and everything like that. It really made this year very, very special. So the first thing I guess we would like to do as a group is kind of tell everybody who made that possible, thank you. Without your guys' participation, without, open heads, open hearts in the positions of the athletic directors and the coaches around the area, we would not be able to do what we're doing, which is trying to provide as much as we possibly can for all the extra for all the athletes out there. We put out a starting five and a second five, kind of a first team and a second team all county for the basketball. We are currently working on a wrestling graphic to put out to show the wrestlers some love. We have quite a few guys out here in this county that really showed out this year, placing and getting invited to the state tournament. It's really an example of how great athletics in Ashtabula County is. And it's really led by a bunch of great coaches. It was a great season. You know what I mean? We covered swimming for the first time this year. We got to see some athletics that really don't normally get covered. And that's what we do. That's why we're here. It's really to highlight all of you guys. As you guys can see, I'm the only one here tonight. The other guys in the crew, they've got some stuff going on, but I wanted to stop in with everybody and give you guys kind of a quick update on where we are and where we're going. If you see behind me, I have a whiteboard with all kinds of what looks to be chicken scratch. That right there is the big event that's coming up for 440 and goal, and not just for 440 and goal, but Ashtabula County and all of the football athletes involved. We will be having a combine and skills camp. That's going to be happening on June 12th. It's going to be at Lakeside's beautiful facility. We are going to have, 40-yard dashes time. We're going to have L drill, shuttle drill. We're doing our best to try and get some bench press stuff out there. We're going to have all those things that you see kind of in the normal combine. We're going to have right here in Ashtabula County. And on the other side of that super long list you see over there, which isn't half of it, we are inviting and doing our best to get some participation from all the local colleges. So this isn't about just one athlete. It's not about just one school. This is going to be an event, and I say annual because this is going to be the first annual. This is something we're doing every year, folks. This is a combine. This is going to highlight before the season starts. We're going to highlight our local athletes and give them the shine that they deserve. So for those of you who may be wondering, how do I get involved with that? For the athletes, it's very simple. I have reached out to each and every coach in Ashtabula County. I've spoke with them, and we figured out they are going to have between 10 and 15 guys come and represent their school. These guys are going to come out and they're going to be the ones competing. These guys are going to be the, they're going to get a look in front of the colleges and stuff like that. So it's going to be based upon who the coaches are trying to bring, because, it's to highlight the athlete themselves, but we want the schools to make this competitive as well. We want this to be a big event every year for years to come. We will, so far I've got participation from almost every school, and almost every coaching staff has dedicated at least somebody to the event. So everybody's going to be equally represented out there. And it's just going to be what we at 440 and Goal feel is going to be a great event. I think it's going to be a stepping stone for some of these athletes to get a look in an area that they otherwise might not. With that being said, with an event of that magnitude, there is an inordinate amount of planning that is required for this. We are actively doing this. I'm working with coaches. I'm working with some college coaches. I'm working with, the awesome leadership over at Ashtabula Lakeside. I want to give them a big shout out. They've really kind of jumped in, taken this, took this by the horns and said, hey, we're all about it. So it makes this much, much easier because we're working with them to get everybody in the county noticed. It's going to be a great thing. So, kind of stay tuned, and, it's something to work for. My honest hope for this is, maybe if you're not one of the 10 or the 15 that gets to participate this year as a younger man, a freshman or a sophomore, that gives you a little bit of extra oomph. That way you're working towards something for the next year, because you want to get seen out there. This is something where you're going to be competing against other people, but most importantly, you're going to be competing against yourself. You're going to go out there and try and show your best and be your best. Because one thing that Ashtabula doesn't get credit for is athletes, and we have a ton. We've got Division I talent right here in 440. We have Division I talent. It's been proven, even back as far, when I was in school, we had guys going Division I school, to two Division I schools. So it's something that we're working on. We're in the process of trying to get that all done. Now, as for spring coverage, so baseball, track, softball, everything going on, tennis. With spring sports, we have one major hurdle, and the major hurdle that we have to deal with is the early start time. So a lot of spring sports, first pitch is at 3:30, 4 o'clock. The tennis is the same way. All these things are happening very, very early, and we love to do this, but we're all working gentlemen, and we have some other stuff that we have to do. So don't think that we are ignoring any of it. What we are doing right now is, with a lot of our attention going toward this combine, we are in the process right now of trying to get a schedule of Saturdays so we can try and give equal looks on Saturdays. Because I can tell you what, there are some absolutely phenomenal softball players right here in this county. I know for a fact there are some great baseball players, and I appreciate all of them, because I have been asked personally, and the show has been asked a ton, are we covering baseball? And the answer is yes, we will be covering baseball. We're just trying to get the moving pieces that we need for that to be a possibility. It's going to happen. It will happen. Softball, I'm not overlooking you. I know that there are some great softball athletes out here. We're trying to get out there, and I'm actually in the process of working with another school outside of the county to try and maybe get a track, an entire day of track covered. So, those are some of the things that we're doing. I do want to send a real quick shout out to Bart and Made in Ohio, because they got me this. They made me this super cool shirt for anybody from Ashtabula. This is one of those, tell me you're from Ashtabula if you're not from Ashtabula. 102 Zoo. We were all part of the Zoo crew when we grew up. So shout out to them. They are still working hand in hand with us. Made in Ohio. Play All Sports and Awards. They're very, very active with us, helping us with all their awards. These are people that they are stepping up in the community in other ways. They deserve your patronage. They deserve, your respect. These guys are awesome guys. Please don't overlook them. I'm making sure I kind of covered everything. We've got, one of the things coming up, actually, I just wanted to mention, we do have a 440 and Goal bracket buster club that's going on. And what we did is we had our own group for 440 and goal on for the March Madness this year. Everybody got to fill out their bracket, submit their bracket. The winner is going to win a 440 and goal hoodie with the brand new logo. I also want to send a shout out to my cousin Elvis, and he has a business called Pixel and Pencil, where he does some graphic design. He actually has put together all of our logos for us that we've done. Just as an updated logo, you didn't want to see all of our ugly mugs on there anyway. So it's kind of a more streamlined, very clean cut logo. Going to look great on a hat, look great on a sweater. But the person who wins this bracket is actually going to win one of those. They're going to win the first one, probably printed, probably ever. Still working with Bart to kind of get those kind of updated. So that's kind of where we're at. That's where we're moving as we go forward. I can tell you that after the combine this summer, there are going to be many more events. We've got, we're looking into some different, basketball stuff and softball stuff and all kinds of stuff to try and get as much involvement. We're trying to get as much help for these kids out here as we possibly can. We did have the introduction of stars on our Facebook account. So anytime if you want to, if you feel like we're doing a good job, you want to help us continue to do what we're doing, that's a great way to donate. Otherwise, buying the merchandise, we are going to be selling, some advertisements for the upcoming events. So anybody who's, got a business, wants to get a look out there, we do our very best to pump you up as much as we possibly can, and up to and including, if you need, we can provide a commercial for you. You give us the information, we make the commercial. As for the volunteers for the combine, as that gets closer, and as we figure out, I kind of need to get an overall idea of what the amount of coaching that's going to be involved and how many of the area guys are involved. But I can tell you what, we are going to need volunteers for sure. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of stuff that's going to happen with this combine, but it's worth it. This is a labor of love. We're going to get it. And I think this is going to be something very special for this area. I'm very passionate about, so are we here at 440 and goal. This is going to be a big one. And that's the coverage is going to keep going too. And I hope, our hope is genuinely that, this creates a lot of excitement. I hope every team this fall has players from the 30 to the 30. I want everybody who can play football to play football. Get out there and make it big here again, like it used to be, And if you're not playing football, that's okay too. Get out there, play some soccer, run some cross country. The biggest thing that we can push here, that I can say, is, when you're in high school, for any of the high school kids watching it, you're only going to get to do this one time. Play everything, do everything, love everything. Do what you're doing, because this is going to be your shot to have, you're not going to ever get to, have this much fun doing that again. So, get out there, get involved. There are some phenomenal coaches out here. Men and women out here are leading our men and ladies out here, and they're doing great. And we have had the pleasure of working with them, and we look forward to working with them continuing in the fall. And Ted, thank you very much. We appreciate all the thanks you guys give. It makes what we do feel a little bit better. But at the end of the day, it's all about pushing these kids and giving them an outlet, and we're hoping to do that. So I'm not going to babble on too much longer. I know I talk a little bit, but so here's what's going on. Look upcoming for Saturdays. We're going to be covering some Saturday stuff: baseball, softball, tennis, track, whatever we can get involved with. You know what we do. If we can be there, we will be there. It's going to be a lot of Saturday stuff. Pay attention. We're going to have some periodic shows. I don't know how much of them are going to be planned, but we will push them out. But as we are covering them, you can bet we're going to push some graphics out. And the biggest thing you can do, the best thing you can do to help us, is share those graphics. Let everybody know, because everything we do is based upon, word of mouth and everybody getting this stuff out there. So this is Sam from 440 and goal. I just wanted to say thank you, everybody, for a phenomenal winter season. It really, we got to see some stuff that, you can't beat. We got to watch a kid break an all-time record at a high school. We got to watch numerous 1,000-point scorers. We got to watch a team that nobody knew about from South County go out there and lay some hammers down across the state. It was great. It was great. And we're looking forward to continuing this into the baseball season. So just kind of stay put, stay tuned, guys. Thanks again for everybody. And please don't feel, if you have any questions about anything that's going on with the show or anything like that, please reach out. We love questions. We'll answer as much as we can when we can. Again, I just want to say thank you from 440 and Goal, all of us here at 440 and Goal. Thank you guys for a wonderful winter season. Working on this combine, make sure kids know about it. Let's get people excited. God willing, we might be able to get some spectators in there. I don't know. We'll see what happens. If we can, let's make this a big event. Again, guys, thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate you guys all, and we will see you soon.
Taken by Iguodala. Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the rejection.
Cleveland, this is for you.
Come here to cleanse your soul. Yeah, 440 and gold. That other get no. We got Sam Ryan time. This is a sports octagon. Sports for forever and beyond. Spending with Sam Ryan time. From the puck to the glove to the pigskin high. Cheryl high thoughts, just let it ride. Down the baseline and the bleachers where you wanna get denied. Yeah, Cheryl high thoughts, just let it ride. 440 and gold.
Yeah, it's just me right now.
Yeah, it's 440 and gold. Come here to cleanse your soul.
No, you know what? I'm
The
not
Browns
gonna.
Super Bowl contenders.
I'm not gonna do that.
When we start talking about what wins Super Bowl, we talk Super Bowls, we talk about talent. The Browns, they have the talent. They have it.